I love Ridin Durty radio. Ridin Durty. Yo. Ridin Durty. Ridin Durty. Let's go! Vic XL! And just like that, once again, it's
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL, and this is the Ridin Durty Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. We bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. We're bringing you the movers and shakers. We're bringing you what's next right now. That's right. We're bringing you tomorrow's superstars, tomorrow's educators, tomorrow's leaders, but we're bringing them to you today. We're not waiting till everybody else interview them. We're not waiting to their front page. We're giving it to you first. That's right, your boy Vic XL in the Ridin Durty Show. The first thing I gotta tell everybody is welcome to the holidays, all right? Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. If you subscribe to Thanksgiving, if you don't feel like Thanksgiving is the day that they took the land for the pilgrims and gave them weed and turkey and whatever, and you know, anyway, whatever. No, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. To me, Thanksgiving is for family and for fellowship. So whatever you choose to believe, the one dope thing about Thanksgiving is on most jobs, they give us off. So you have a time to fellowship with your family. So regardless of what happened on this day during the calendar, take tomorrow to fellowship with your family and loved ones. Because life is very short. And you off from work. Most of us. Everybody but my mom. I get off tomorrow, but fellowship with your family and your loved ones tomorrow. Forget what the pilgrims did. Forget the calendar. Take tomorrow and fellowship with your loved ones. All right? All right. You know, I hope y'all digging the hat. One time for Party City. Definitely keep me draped. One time for everybody on Facebook Live who always jumps on this thing damn near as quick as I do. What up to my man, Black Man? I'm going to be rocking my Black Man t-shirt next week. I just got a Pittsburgh Pirates hat. It's going to go with it perfectly. All right. One time for everybody who rebroadcasts the Ridin Durty Show, whether it's WRFG 89.3, whether it's BeatBreakRadioFM.com, whether it's you watch us on YouTube, whether you watch us on Spreaker, Stitcher, whatever your streaming network is. One time for all the people who work very, very hard to rebroadcast our show and provide this wonderful platform. I love you guys for all your hard work and your diligence. Gotta say, today is the day before Thanksgiving. It is November the 21st, and the first thing I got to do is let you know about our wonderful sponsors, okay? Gotta say one time for the good people over at Dr. Juice Cleanse. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser that does all kind of amazing things for your body, like slow down the aging process. It can also help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. It removes mucus and toxins from your body. It can help relieve stress. And you know, with the holidays, a lot of y'all got to do a lot of cooking, and you might be stressed. Well, you know what? It might be a little too late to get some Dr. Juice Cleanse for Thanksgiving, but you can definitely get some for Christmas, and especially, you know, because family might stress you out. Get you some Dr. Juice Cleanse. You can also, it also helps provide a balanced pH system for your body. And you know what? I can spend this entire 30-minute show letting you know all the great things Dr. Juice Cleanse can do for you, but then you won't have a reason to go to the website and find out for yourself. So do me a favor, go to the website, drjuicecleanse.com, find out more about this amazing product, and order you some today and start feeling healthier and living better. All right? All right. Also, got to say one time for our musical sponsor, WMR Music Group. That's right, WMR Music Group, they are a marketing and promotion company that will brand your product. If you're an artist out there and you have music and you need your brand expanded, WMR Music Group, they're just the company for you. If you visit them at WMRresearch.com, find out more about them. They have a 6-week program just for artists to help get you more exposure, more radio play, more interviews. Whatever you're looking for as an artist, WMR Music Group can definitely do that for you. Now, do me one big favor. After you visit WMRresearch.com and DrJuiceCleanse.com, make sure you find both of these wonderful sponsors and follow them on social media because they're always dropping knowledge. Okay? Do that for your boy Vic XL. All right. Now, real quick, we do not have a lot of celebrity birthdays today, but let me give you what I got. All right. Got to say happy birthday to... First person I got to say happy birthday to is former football player, future Hall of Famer, now TV star, Mr. Michael Strahan. He turns 47 years old today. Happy birthday, Big Mike. Also got to say happy birthday to one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, former Dallas Cowboy quarterback and NFL Hall of Famer, Mr. Troy Aikman, turns 52 years old today. Happy birthday, Troy. And last but not least, I got to say happy birthday to Hall of Famer, great slugger, the great Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. turns 49 years old today. Now, as I stroll over to Facebook, I don't have a lot of birthdays on Facebook, but I definitely got to say happy birthday and rest in peace to my man, John Amos. If you're from the middle Georgia area, you might remember John Amos. He definitely was a positive force on the production side and the lyrical side. So definitely happy birthday and rest in peace to Mr. John Amos. MacTown, stand up. Okay, let me stroll over here, see what kind of news I got before I bring our wonderful guests on. I'm telling you, it seems like mom's of the word. Everybody's being pretty quiet. No one's really making the news. We're going to see what happens after the holidays. But I got to say, one time for my man Trippie Redd, who just dropped his second LP. And right now, he is #1 on the R&B and hip-hop chart. So one time for my man Ohio-born Trippie Redd for being #1 on the R&B hip-hop charts. I also got to say one time, rest in peace for my man XXXTentacion. His brand new single, Bad, definitely debuted in the Billboard 200's Top 20. So my man XXX is definitely doing his thing, and his fans are definitely representing. That's really, really big, man. And also, I told y'all the other day, but you know my man Tekashi 6ix9ine has been arrested, but he has a brand new album that dropped today. So if you get a chance to check that out, go check out my man Tekashi 6ix9ine brand new album. All right, I've gave y'all enough news, and I've gave y'all wonderful sponsors, and I'll let y'all know who birthday it is today. Now it's time for me to give y'all what I enjoy giving y'all best, and that's giving y'all the word on the street. That's giving y'all the people who are doing their thing. And today on the Ridin Durty Show will be no different than any other day. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show, alternative musician, Mr. Ivy Blue. What's happening, my partner?
Hello.
What's going on, Ivy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So let's get into this. Ivy Blue, you are an alternative musician. Let's start off because I want people to know where you're calling from and where you're from.
I'm calling from a cafe in New Zealand. I live around the Waikato. I live in Morrinsville, but I call Te Aroha home.
All right, so I gotta ask, man, right now today, what's the weather like in New Zealand?
Started rubbish, and it's getting better.
All right, and is everybody in New Zealand right now getting in the holiday spirit? I know. Do y'all celebrate Thanksgiving in New Zealand?
Well, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but we're getting into Christmas and everything now, so the holiday spirit is picking up a bit.
Okay, so Ivy Blue, let's start from the very beginning. When did you decide to get into music, and when did you realize that you love music and you wanted to make it your life?
Music didn't start out as a career option for me. I started listening to music as a therapeutic thing because I have autism and ADHD, and I have, as a result, anxiety and stuff. So I started listening to music to help facilitate rehabilitation and all the bits and pieces that come with that. It wasn't until later that I started picking up the guitar and writing songs. Eventually I got together with some friends, and here we are with Ivy Blue. 7 albums in.
All
We're
right.
still amazed that we're here, and we're still aiming for the middle.
Aiming for the middle. Explain what that means.
That means we don't get our hopes too high, but we don't devalue ourselves.
Okay.
It's called not get your head up your backside syndrome.
Not get your, I like that. Not get your head up your backside syndrome. So, all right. So music was therapeutic for you, but then you realized that you have the talent. Was it anything in particular that made you realize that you had the talent to make music?
No, really. It just sort of happened over time as I started to listen to the music more and more. I just started picking up on bits and pieces, and my friends who I grew up with, mostly at primary school, started picking up on this as well, and here we are. It sort of just happened over time.
All right. So musically, who are some of your influences?
How long do you want the list?
I want it to be as long as you want your fans to hear it.
Okay. In that case, we'll be here for the entire program. No, I'm joking. I'm really getting into Depeche Mode. Robbie Williams has always been one. R.E.M., Queen, Depeche Mode. It's very, very proud what we do. And everybody brings in their own ideas, so we influence each other as well.
Okay. When you talk about Ivy Blue, tell me a little bit more about Ivy Blue and how it all came together. And when we hear the Ivy Blue sound, what would it be like, or who would it make us think of?
Well, Ivy Blue came together a few years ago, and a few of us were just sitting up at the rugby grounds in the grandstand eating some takeaways, fish and chipsy sort of stuff. We just had the thought, maybe we should give this a go. So we went in, tried writing a few songs that made up the first 2 or 3 albums, and we've just never stopped because we enjoy it. And I think there's no particular sound about Ivy Blue because we want to try a variety of music, so we keep changing tracks wherever we go. So one album could be very straight to the point and rocky, one could be more experimental, one could be more stripped. It really depends on what music we feel like making. There's no Ivy Blue sound, it's just where we are at right now.
All right, now I have to ask, Ivy Blue is yourself, but you also have a cast of friends that help you with your albums. Why do your friends choose to stay anonymous?
That's right.
Why do they choose to stay anonymous?
Well, they choose to stay home because they're not really into the limelight, and then some of them are not very practical in being able to go on the road. So we came up with this arrangement, and we like it. And it also helps if I'm not getting our head up our backside syndromes.
Okay.
Because then we can't get too popular with each other for our own boots. We can come home, be mates, go in the studio, and then I go on the road and play. From there, one day I'd like to get them out, but that's an ongoing argument, discussion-y thing.
Okay.
We'll see what happens someday.
All right. How did the name Ivy Blue come about?
You would think there's a great story behind it, but no. We all put 2 words in the hat, drew 2 out, and whichever 2 there were going to be, that was going to be what we were called. And one of us drew Ivy, the other drew Blue.
Okay. Now
that's really all there is to it.
Hey, you know what though? I think that's really cool. Have you ever heard of a rapper called Childish Gambino?
Childish Gambino, yes, I've heard of him.
Do you know how he
started listening to him around the 5th out?
Do you know how he came up with his name?
No, I don't.
There is a app. There is a website online called the Wu-Tang Name Generator, right? And it basically gives you a name.
Right.
It gives you a name that if you are a member of the Wu-Tang Clan, this will be your name. And what you do is you put in your first name and you put in your last name. And that's how he got the name Childish Gambino. Yeah. He put in Danny, and he put in Donald and he put in Glover, and Donald came out childish and Glover came out Gambino. So I think your story for Ivy Blue is
brilliant.
Yes, I think your story for Ivy Blue is just as brilliant, if not more brilliant. I think that's very dope. So look, tell me about your setup. Your setup is you perform with a live guitar, a loop station, and 2 microphones. Tell me, how did that setup come about?
Have you ever seen Ed Sheeran before?
Yes, I love Ed Sheeran.
Well, this is the downgraded, not so good looking version. Basically, I came up with it so that way it wasn't just me on stage with a guitar. So the looping, I can fill in all the other guys' bits and pieces and give a similar kind of experience as to what you would hear on an album, for example.
Okay. Now, Ivy Blue has released 7 studio albums. What was the very first album?
Sorry, what was the question?
You've released 7 studio albums. What was the debut album? What was the title of the debut album?
We started with Reveal in 2014. We did 2 other albums that year, World Magnetic and Illusions, one of which started making waves. Then there was 19 the following year, Present Shapes in 2017, 21 later that year, and we're here at the end of 2018 with Patience.
Okay, now, how do you go about coming up with the names for your albums?
We don't name them until the very last second. Once the track listing is finalized, once the music's done, only then do we name it. And we decided on Patience because we felt that we've had to go back to some places that we haven't been to for a while, and we've had to be very patient in dealing with some of that stuff. Not all the album is happy. There's some heavy stuff, and we needed a lot of patience to be able to get through that. So that's sort of how the title came around.
All right, now, how has your battle with autism and ADHD affected your creativity?
I find that with the autism and ADHD, at first it was a lot of complication. As I said before, I've dealt with anxiety and anger issues, and I'm 7.5 years since checking myself into counselling at high school and all the rest. But these days, it seems to help me focus a lot more, and it helps me to listen a lot more closely to things that are maybe not so hot, or maybe hear things in a different way. So I tend to focus in a lot more and make sure that it's the best product possible.
Okay. That's definitely what's up. So look, I got 2 songs I want to play, and we only have 12 more minutes, so I definitely want to get both these songs in. So first, I'm going to play Stars. Tell me a little bit about the song Stars, and then introduce it to the people.
Okay, so Stars is about about going back to your high school. I hadn't been back for a while when I was invited to go down for a barbecue. And I noticed in the people that were joining the high school as year 9s, I could see me and my friends and those guys when we went to high school for the first time, that fear, the end of childhood, the end of innocence, and starting a new chapter. That's sort of what Stars is about. So if you're interested in losing any innocence you have left, here is the track Stars from the new album Patience, out on all the major sites now.
All right, Ivy Blue, I want you to hold on tight because we're coming back after this record, all right?
All right. Darker than that. start to remember all those nights back in December, and all of the memories faded too soon. I'd do it again, but I couldn't pay the price. The night is calling for all the stars.
That was my man Ivy Blue, and the name of that joint was Stars. Let me give y'all one more, and this joint is called Stanley Ave. My man Ivy Blue, man. Ivy dropped off on me. You didn't have to drop off on me, Ivy. You didn't have to drop off, so you know what? I'm gonna jump back into another one. You know, I don't know if y'all realize what he said, but my man was definitely representing New England. And this is Stanley Avenue by my man Ivy Blue. Let's get it.
86 feet and all of the others, all of our friends just down the road. You always know where to find us. We weren't that hard to find. It's almost like we never left yesterday. On a summer night, spent on the storm, wandering the mountains to get that far. Then we had the view, where child had never died, and you learn all of the things that you need to know. Never lost my innocence. That's something I'm still trying to find. It's somewhere on these streets that we used to own. Before city lights faded out. On a summer night, spent on near the stars. Wandering the mountains to get that far.
close friends in years. Every once in a while, it brings me down to tears. It's standing in you, it's to a place I know. I went back to a place I never thought I'd leave on Sunny Avenue. Yeah.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mr. Ivy Blue representing New England. Y'all make sure y'all check out that brand new project, Patience. All right? It's your boy, Vic XL, man. I'm up out of here. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Y'all be safe. Y'all please fellowship with family. Peace.